Hey everyone, welcome back to Tear Diary, or welcome to. And today we're going to be talking about true crimes, controversies, and tragedies. I'm Sophie. This is
Angelina.
V.
Today we're diving into a heartbreaking story of the Sewol Ferry disaster in South Korea.
This disaster happened on April 16th, 2014. The Sewol Ferry departed from Icheon on the 15th. It typically takes 13 hours to get from Seoul to Jeju Island, where they were going. On board were 476 people, including 325 of them were students from Daewon High School on a field trip. Around 9 a.m., the ferry began to tilt sharply after making a sudden turn in rough waters because of the strong currents. Passengers were told to stay put in the intercom, and sadly many of them obeyed, and as the ship capsized, most of them couldn't make it out. In total, 304 people died, including many students and adults.
I would like to add to what Angelina said. I feel like if it were me, I wouldn't listen to the intercom to stay put, because I would be the first to jump out of the boat.
That's true.
Why would you? The ferry is sinking. How? Would you gonna down with it?
I mean, but as you know what I'm saying, as Asian people, they are obedient,
Yeah.
Asian people, we are from young age have been told to follow the rules, what adults say we have to follow, because they know what they're doing. So I get why the students would have stayed put, and listen to the adults, because of course they will listen to the adults. They're in an emergency situation, and even everywhere, if you think about it, a lot of people, a lot of kids, or younger people have always been told to always go to adult if emergency happens or something like that. So I understand why.
I think it's also because Korea, they more conservative, I would say. Because they still in traditional. It doesn't matter if you 1 day older, 2 day younger. It's still if you older, you listen to that person, right? That's what I think. So this incident was caused by many failure, not just one mistake. First of all, the ferry was carrying around 6,000 ton of cargo, which is far exceeding the limit, which was around 900 ton, I would say. This because of the mass of it, it caused the ship to be unstable, and also the cargo that was on the ferry was not stable. It was not properly secure, and also the ferry had been illegally modified to carry more weight, which I think is greed. And I just think before anything, check for safety, because one, why wasn't the cargo secure properly, you know?
Our cargos from big companies.
Yes.
So if you're from a big company, you should know better. You should know that you should always check. They always have lawyers, you know what I'm saying? So if there's always a lawyer, to check and stuff, because if the company does something bad, then the lawyer will help, So them not checking, it just looks bad. It's just not it.
No.
I feel like the school should have checked the ferry organization and see if they were safe, or if they were a good company or anything, and their background check. Many crew members didn't know how to respond properly, and some were even seen leaving the ship while passengers were still on board.
Wouldn't you say if you're the captain, what you said before, wasn't most of the captain, if the ship go down, they would go down with it?
Yeah, that's what I said. I feel I've heard some captains, most captains. I in internet, right? I have heard in internet saying that captains would usually just go with their boat if the boat is sinking.
Yeah. And also him leaving the boat, it's not that I'm calling him selfish. Well, it is selfish, but I'm not blaming him because he wants to live. But at the same time, there should be another decision. He could have picked something different. What would you have done, Sophie, if you were the captain?
Honestly, I would have helped the children out, because they had so much to live for, and they haven't even gone to college.
Moving on, the ferry's operator Chong Hye-jin, had a history of safety violations. Investigations revealed that the company had only spent $2 on the safety training for the crew, and previous years using the funds to purchase a paper certificate, which was really this was illegal. The lack of proper training and oversight contributed to the crew's inability to respond efficiently during the emergency, which was really bad. This was one of the biggest like factors for the ferry to like sink, I guess, and also like a lot of people to die.
Yeah, also, like Sophie said, the school should have done like a better background check of it if they have like several, like I guess like several issue that going on with the ferry. Cause like, yeah, I would say it's not just the crew and the captain fault, it's also the school fault for not like checking it properly.
Yeah, I agree.
So like, what happened to like the whole thing afterwards?
So basically, when like the ship was like just beginning to sink, the U.S. saw that, like the U.S. like Marine Force saw that, and then they asked the Korean government if they needed help, which the Korean government responded, "No, we don't need it. We got it." The reason for that, which is I think is so stupid of them, is that they thought that someone was playing a joke or like it wasn't that serious, which that's why they rejected the offer. But like, look what happened now. It cost like hundreds of lives, and the Korean force didn't make it in time.
That's just sad because like as governments, they should have been more responsible. They should have known better what they were doing. That's just not. Also had a profound cultural impact. It exposed deep seated issues within South Korean society, especially in, I would say, the Asian society overall, including a culture of obedience and deference to authority, which may have contributed to passengers following the ill-advised instructions of the crew. The event promoted national soul search and a revolution of societal values and safety precautions.
Okay, so overall, what do you guys think about like this whole like situation?
I think it is very tragic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is very tragic.
Like, they should have done better. Not a lot of lives should have like been lost, especially because they were still students who were minors. Adults should have been more careful with what they were doing. It was just tragic. Let's say.
Sophie, what was like something that you think that they could have done to like make it better?
I feel like they had an ego somewhat because they were like rejecting America's help, even though America was offering help so many times, but they kept rejecting because they said that they knew what they were doing, but they really didn't. Like the safety coast guard, they were just circling around the boat the whole time, but they weren't doing anything about it. Like the boat was sinking, but they didn't know what to do, so they just kept circling and circling around. The parents were so mad. Like,
as a parent, I would also be mad because like,
Yes.
why would I lose my, like, first of all,
They were in
losing
their
child,
they were in their second year of high school too.
barely starting. Okay, that's crazy. Like, it's
And
just
wasn't there like a video of like the student going on after the incident?
a lot of like videos of like students videoing, because it was 2014. We had our phones, so it wasn't like people had known. It was all over the internet of like, I guess it was all just over the internet. A lot of videos went viral, and that's where like the outrage of like the citizens, occurred.
Yes.
Because they saw the videos of like the kids, basically videoing themselves saying goodbye to their parents, goodbye to their friends, everybody, and that just it was just
It's sad. It's a sad clip if anyone haven't seen it yet. Thank you for joining us on this sober journey through one of South Korea's most devastating accident. If you found this episode insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay healthy and stay informed. Also, if you like is curious about this like incident and want to learn more, you should go watch who, Angelina?
Stephanie Sue.